Good morning. I have refrained from allowing my emotions and my thoughts to run after Charlie Kirk's death because I think it's easy. It's so easy to just be outraged and angry. And I felt a lot of sadness and sorrow for his passing and obviously a lot of injustice for him being murdered. And I've refrained from watching lots lots of content concerning him because I think it fuels your anger and your injustice. And I know people just want to know, have you caught him, or what do you know about the situation? And I think everything is going to come to light. And today I watched his wife Erica giving her speech at his desk where he did the podcast. And like I said, I've refrained from letting my emotions run. And I think that was probably the final straw. The sorrow that I felt, uh, and the joy, because Charlie isn't hurting. He's actually, whether you believe or not, or how you believe, he's with Jesus, or he's waiting patiently, but he feels nothing. But there is an expectation of joy and peace. Regardless of that, there is joy because he gave his life selflessly for his wife, his his country, and his fellow man. And hearing her speak, that was definitely the final straw. And I think that's the beginning too. Because everybody who wants to make content about it, they're either speculating or just whatever the case may be. It's generally irrelevant unless it's actually informative news about capturing the guy who did it, finding the people involved. All other content is just irrelevant. But I think maybe what I was waiting for was the last bit of content that actually mattered, which was capturing the guy and hearing his wife talk. And listening to her talk about the widow's cry being the battle cry. And hearing her talk about how good of a husband that he was. And how good of a man he was. Not just in the public eye, but also in his private life. In his private life, he was He was what he portrayed in the public. When he died, it felt like a lost. It felt like I lost a friend. Even though I never knew him, I agreed a lot with what he said, and I admired him from afar, and I appreciated what he said, and his bravery, and his courage, and his ability to withstand all forms of evil that would come before him. he was he was admirable. And he's only a few months younger than me. And I think what I can take from all of this is not to be outraged and run into the streets, not to be outraged and do what the crazy people do in the streets, burning flags and impeding traffic and all this nonsense. That's not what I'm going to do. I think I'm done grieving. I'm done for the most part. But what I want now is to be a better husband and to be a better follower of Jesus. And to take every opportunity that I've been given to let people know about Jesus. You see, after finding out he was murdered, I took that opportunity at my new workplace. And I think this was the catalyst that I needed to either find the courage or to find the fire within me to do it. It's always important to find the right moment, and this was it. And I think for everybody, there's something to take away from this. And if you're a Christian, I think you should take this as an opportunity to realize life is so short. So the most important thing you can do is to spread the word of God, to let them know about Jesus. But also, we just can't stand for this anymore. I don't know what that looks like. I don't know what it looks like. Nobody does. But I think we know by what standard we will no longer go by. I don't think we're going to be soft and cuddly anymore. And peaceable for the most part. Not violent, but we won't stand for nonsense anymore. And I think for too long we've been this way. And it's always been this way though. We're the nice guys. We're respectful, we're honorable. And the crazies, they find someone crazy enough to do the deed. And 9/11 was after Charlie Kirk's death. And I would venture to say that 9/11 has probably faded away. And Charlie Kirk's death, in a way, has surpassed it. Because I think Charlie Kirk had the eyes and the hearts of the nation. And I think he was on par with Donald Trump. I'll be honest. I used to think about 9/11, but now I just think, oh, it's 9/11 today. I saw one more video, actually two more videos. It was Nick Freitas, him speaking on what he will do from here on out, but also a video of Charlie Kirk and his wife. It's when I asked him about how they keep the Sabbath. And to my surprise, they do keep the Sabbath. And he talked about how it helped him spend more time with family intentionally. His mental health improved. And I really do feel like Charlie Kirk was a Christian. He was a very outspoken Christian. So I'll get to see him when I go to heaven. Not that he's the only person I want to see when I go to heaven. I'll be glad to see him too. Obviously, Jesus and God, face to face. But in this moment, I have hope, I have joy, I have peace in knowing that Jesus died and gave his life for our lives. And if we accept it, we can enjoy eternity, and we can have hope and joy and peace if someone else passes that also has his hope within them because of their belief in Jesus. So even though Charlie Kirk's dead, I can still have hope. And I'm thankful that he had this hope, because his wife and his kids have something to look forward to. And I think I'm done watching Charlie Kirk stuff. And I think it's time for me to be a better husband. Time for me to be a better Christian. And it's time for me to go hang out with my family because it's the Sabbath. Thank you, and God bless you. And I pray that if you've seen this, take it as an opportunity to use Charlie's death for a greater good in your life. Whether you become a Christian, you become a better dad, a better husband, a better man. More importantly, use it to search out who God is. Thank you, and God bless.